This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a real estate agent? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our good neighbor, Jason Wade with Home with Jason. Jason, it is lovely to have you on this morning. Now, we are all so excited to learn a little bit more about you and your business. Can you please start off by telling our listeners just a little bit more about your company?
Yeah, Home with Jason is my local Frisco, Prosper, Salina real estate sales. I'm an agent, and so I can help you with new homes, pre-existing homes. But the more important thing is Home with Jason helps people who are thinking about relocating to the North DFW, North Dallas area. Since I've lived here for 33 years in Frisco, raised my 3 kids here, some of the best spots for your family. So what I essentially do is you tell me what's important to your family as far as lifestyle and community and things that your family values, and then I can sort of direct you into the areas that I know have those qualities.
Love it. Now, how did you originally get into this business, Jason?
Well, really by accident. My previous life, I owned 2 automotive shops here in Frisco, family-owned shops, Frisco Automotive and 3rd Street Garage. And timing was right, and I had some long-term employees that one at a time ended up buying those businesses from me. And I accidentally found myself retired at age 50. And after about 18 months, it's true, if anybody's wondering, that you do sort of get bored and have that internal, if you're an entrepreneur like I am and love people, I had that urge to do something. And I thought what I was going to do was volunteer at DFW Airport 1 or 2 days a week. And I thought I was going to maybe then find another place, a couple places here in Frisco to volunteer my time. And speaking to a friend of mine, and Chad Goldwasser, and he's a real estate agent in Austin and up here. And he is a friend from way back and convinced me that I should get into real estate. I wouldn't, I could work, how I wanted and not have a bunch of employees again and all of those things, and really sold me on the benefits, and plus told me I was just a natural people person. And so having lived here in so long and with the real estate market the way it was at the time, it was a perfect time to start. And
Wonderful.
So I've been doing it since I got my real estate license. This is actually the second time I've got my real estate license. In 1999, I had my real estate license for a couple of 3 years and did it kind of part-time. But now I'm back after retirement and I'm doing it full-time 100%. So.
Wow, well, that is wonderful. Now, let's go ahead and jump into talking about growth here for a second. Now, we do know that marketing is the heart of every business, and you clearly have a heart for yours. So, today, who are some of those ideal clients that you're looking to help, and how are you attracting them?
Yeah, so the ideal client is just anybody that's looking to buy or sell their home and needs assistance with that. It's a kind of a complicated process. On the outset, it can kind of seem easy, but there's a lot of moving parts to it. And so I'm looking for clients on the buy side that are looking to relocate here to DFW or just move within DFW to this area and want help negotiating, number one, the best price that they can get. Because one of the worst things that a client can do is to walk into a model home at one of these new communities and get really excited about how glittery and beautiful they are. And they really are. They build a great product, all of them. And then next thing you know, they're signing up for things that they might not realize and how much it's going to be. Well, if you have somebody experienced negotiating for you at the highest level on your behalf, that's the number one way I'm going to be able to help you save money. The number 2 way I'm going to be able to help buyers save money is by helping them figure out the actual neighborhoods, the actual communities with traffic patterns, schools, and all of those things that they want to be in so that they don't have a false start, or an uh-oh kind of moment. And on the sell side, of course, I'm there to do the listing appointment, and I don't expect you to sign any kind of a listing agreement. I just come, people call me, they want me to look at the house and give an opinion. I do that for free. I don't pepper them. I don't, chase them down. And so I've had a lot of success just going in and giving them my opinion about, the condition of the home and the things that they should repair before we list it, the things that we shouldn't repair. You'd be surprised at the money that people spend thinking that they need to fix something before they put it on the market when actually they miss some of the other things that are more important. So I'm able to help that way.
So, Jason, have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the company before?
I've had my own podcast before, actually with a friend. To answer your question directly, with my business, the one I'm currently in, is no. I have had a lot of fun and had a lot of enjoyment with a church friend of mine, Barrett Bingham. We had a podcast a few years ago called Off the Rails, and it actually had nothing to do with church. It was just he and I, just a couple of dads, just hamming it up and yapping it up. And we had a large following. And then he moved away to Nashville and he came back and we haven't restarted it. But I do love talking on podcasts, marketing, connecting with people. So it's a great way of doing that. And you do a great job at it, Sophia.
Now, let's go ahead and really get into, that number one takeaway you would like our listeners to really gather today from learning about Home with Jason. Any potential clients, what is that number one takeaway you would like to leave them with?
Well, my biggest goal is in Home with Jason was that people are actually sad. My clients are sad when the deal is done. They're sad because we don't get to talk every day. And that is the greatest pat on the back I could ever receive. My biggest takeaway is if you're thinking about buying or selling a house, is make sure that you get the right person. Everybody knows 5 real estate agents that are friends, typically. Church, local community, local school, local moms club, local dads hang out. I get that, but that doesn't always mean that they are the best one to be in your business, right? And to helping you with this actually the most expensive business decision you will make for your family most of the time. And you only do it most families only do move 3 to 5 times in a lifetime, most. So sometimes the best friend or the person that those deals can turn out to be a little bit difficult, especially if you get into a tight negotiating situation. It might be better to call somebody that's a neutral third party that is just very unattached and can negotiate and work for you. And that's where I come in. But I do have clients who want to talk to every day, and we go to dinner and we're still friends. And that's the greatest part about being retirement and having a phase 2 in life where I've started this business career and I can do it without the necessity and pressure that some people have on their backs. And I'm able to just do it at a very high level every day.
Final question for you today, Jason. Thank you for sharing all that great information with our audience. But what they really want to know is where can they go to learn more about Home with Jason?
Yeah, so I like to talk to people directly one-on-one, and I'm available all day. I always return text messages immediately, phone calls, emails. And so you can reach me at my email address, which is simply homewithjason@gmail.com. Very easy to remember. Send me a text. My phone number this is my personal cell phone. I answer it day and night. It's 972-469-9269. And if you want to communicate that way, if you want to reach me on Instagram, it's jwade1972. So at jwade1972. I'm very prevalent on Facebook as well. You'll find a lot of motorcycle pictures of me, probably with my hobby, but you'll also see a lot of real estate. I prefer to talk face to face, but I love to text. I can do it through Facebook Messenger. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not the person that's going to hunt you down and knock on your door and beg you to let me have a listing agreement. I'm the person that you want to have to come over and just give you a free opinion, free market analysis of your home. And, I'm a firm believer that if things are meant to be, they're meant to be. So if you want the pressure to be off, you might also think about starting with me, even if you don't end with me. But I do find most people end with me as well.
Well, Jason, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.